All right. All right. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I am done watching shows for the Fox Network. I am. This is ridiculous. I mean, I've waited all week to watch the newest episode of The Masked Dancer so I can share my thoughts on what's supposed to be an exciting episode. And I kind of can't really talk about a show where all I see of the show is the beginning with Craig Robinson dancing with, those other onstage dancers, which was awesome. And then it just completely cuts off. I didn't watch a single bit of it after that. Because the entire hour, it was still cut off. That shouldn't happen. Someone at Fox better be fired for this. Because this should not happen. It shouldn't. I mean, listen, I know that Fox has had a very long slew of bad decisions over the years, but this is just wrong. I mean, it's not as bad as Firefly, but the fact that I can't watch because you're literally cutting off because here's the thing. Maybe it's because I use Spectrum, but it was cutting off and has a buffer signal, and it was doing like that the entire time. Or a message was saying, unable to accept requests right now. Something along those lines. So, again, I can watch a bit of it. So, I really have no idea who won. Nor do I have no idea who danced to what. Actually, the only thing I do know is, I got to remember who was in Group A. And I got to see Craig Robinson do a little dancing with them. That was fun. And then it cuts. Cuts to black, buffering signal, nothing. So yeah, I can't really do thoughts on The Masked Dancer today because I have no thoughts. Because I couldn't watch it. As if you guys need to know what my low was. Holy cow. The sad part is, yesterday turned out to be so incredibly well, too. Really and truly. I mean, for my high, for starters, I've actually watching, I mentioned this yesterday, I subscribed to a show called Watcher, and they have one segment on their channel called Puppet History. I've been watching that a lot. That's fun. I liked watching that. I'm going to watch more of it today, actually. That's going to be great. Then again, I always like puppets. I don't know what to... I like puppets. I don't know what to... One of my favorite comedians is Randy Feltface. I don't know. I guess I have a thing for liking puppets, And so, yes, in case anyone's wondering, I am a huge fan of the Muppets, so don't gotta worry about that. Although, before I forget, and this is a shout out to a friend of mine, I love the movie Muppet Treasure Island. I do. I must have watched that VHS 100 times, and yet, surprisingly, I never broke the VCR. Although, actually, no, I think my parents still have the VCR. No, I really think they do still. Because they kept a lot of video cassette tapes. Muppet Treasure Island being one of them. We have a lot of Disney movies actually. Now that I can recall. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to feel a little bit better already. Let's see. Before I forget, what was my act of kindness? Let's see, my act of kindness. Well, I don't know if this would constitute as an act of kindness, but it does sort of go into what I could be, talking about today, considering what happened yesterday. And yesterday I took the time to not, lecture anyone about whatever my political views are. Yes, it's going to be that kind of video. Good morning and happy Thursday, everyone. So, for those of you who do not know, yesterday was the inauguration of new President-elect Joe Biden. And it's actually kind of funny. I'll never forget when I first heard Joe Biden's name. It actually goes into the fact that, today is actually 1 year since my grandfather died. And it was my grandfather who had died who I first heard the name Joe Biden from. Seriously. And, wow, something about that really does come full circle, doesn't it? But to keep the story short, it was during the summer, and we were visiting my grandfather's cottage up at Cuca Lake. We arrived at my grandfather's cottage via the boat because we drove our boat across the lake, from my family and my father's side's cottage to, my grandfather on my mother's side. We drove the boat over, and we parked the boat. And, my grandfather was nice. He would always help, dock everything, tie ropes to the boat so the boat wouldn't drift away, stuff like that. And I'm sorry if this isn't really as short as it ought to be. I'm almost done. During this whole time, he says, Joe Biden. And we're all looking at him like, huh? He said, Joe Biden. I'm like, we're all like, okay, who is that? And at the time, Joe Biden was Barack Obama's running mate. And that's how I learned of who Joe Biden is. Or at least, his name. And again, it's so weird. Like, today is literally 1 year ago since my grandfather died. And the man's name, who he said way back when, is now President of the United States. I guess it's just the kind of world we live in, I mean, if he were alive, I don't think he'd approve of Joe Biden. But then again, that's why I said my act of kindness wasn't my political views, because I'll just keep this brief. I am a Republican, so no, I did not vote for Trump. I did not vote for Joe Biden in the last election. I did vote for Trump. And I want to make this one thing clear. Yeah, I voted for Trump, but no way, in any way, shape, or form, at any point in time, would you ever see me at a Trump rally. Partly because, largely because I would have no idea where they are or how to get to them. But more importantly, it's just not my thing to flaunt my political views. Just saying what side I am is really all I need to do. Don't be specific. Don't be rude in saying that my side is better than yours. Because if you do that, then that's how you get problems like we all have now. So, for those of you who voted for Joe Biden and by extent Kamala Harris, congratulations. The person you voted for won, and they're now in the office. And while everyone and their mother can speculate how good or how bad things will be going forward, for now I can say it's almost been one full day, and The world hasn't exploded. So, I guess there's that so far. So, I guess if you're against Joe Biden, one day down, over 1,400 days to go. Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. I mean, again, I try and keep it simple. I mean, again, the only reason why I'm a Republican is because, like, growing up, I noticed, like, the animal for the Republican Party is an elephant, and I like elephants. Elephants are cool, especially when they're pink and they're on parade. Then again, you have to partake in some sort of naughty beverage if you want to, if you would wish to see them. It's been a while since I've seen Dumbo. Actually, come to think of it, I do have I think I still have that cassette at my folks' place too. So many video cassette tapes. And I don't think anyone within a 100-mile radius is a working VCR. It's crazy, right? Yeah. I guess all in all right now I am feeling a little bit better. That, I couldn't watch the Masked Dancer. But it really does beg the question, like, the only explanation I may be able to come up with as to why, like, this happened, and some networks actually do this. Some shows could be doing so bad in terms of, like, viewership that they'll just cut off the show wholesale and, like, that'll be the end of it. That happens. So you know what? What was the viewer number for last night's episode of The Masked Dancer? Because there's no way I'm the only one who missed out on this. Let's see. Oh, wonderful. I looked up The Masked Dancer and they already spoiled the one for me. Great. Well, I have no need to watch this week's episode anymore now. Oh well. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, there's no official number as to how many millions of viewers watched it yet. Although the ratings okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Cause like for the first episode you had 5.12 million viewers. For the second episode you had 2.94 million viewers, which is significantly lower than the first one. Then a week later, so the 13th, is 3.04 million, which is 0.1 more than last week. Yeah, 3.04. So yeah, it's 0.1 more this week, but there's nothing from last night. I'm curious to see what that number is going to be. Because, and I know I said last week my place isn't the only place, because remember, I tried watching the Group B playoffs at my folks' place, and it cut off like right before the ending. So, maybe this is happening, maybe it really truly is happening everywhere else. I want to see what the numbers are. I really do. It'll be interesting to see, because maybe Fox just doesn't want people to watch this show because they don't think it's very good. Which, no, it's not as exciting as The Masked Singer, but I still like it. I want to see it. Come on, Fox, what are you doing? You're supposed to be a reputable network. Act like it. Please. Oh well. Like, share, share, the subscribe button, follow me on social media, notification on YouTube. I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. But always have your back. Take care and make good choices. You know what? Here's hoping that I can actually watch the Go Big show tonight. That'll be fun. See ya.